I am so glad to be here with you today in my hometown, in my home state, to announce that I'm running to serve you as the next president of the United States of America. This is a campaign for America, for everyone in America. Like so many of you here, like so many more across the country, at this defining moment, Amy and I want to know that we've done everything within our power for this country. And though we know it comes at some sacrifice to our family, especially to our kids, we also know that our children and that your children and the generations that follow them are depending on us now at this moment. This is our moment of truth. This is our moment of truth, and we cannot be found wanting. The challenges before us are the greatest of our lifetimes. For too long in this country, the powerful have maintained their privilege at the expense of the powerless. They have used fear and division in the same way that our current president uses fear and division. Based on the differences between us of race, of ethnicity, of geography, or religion, to keep us apart, to make us angry, to make us afraid of ourselves and of one another. Whatever our differences, where you live, who you love, to whom you pray, for whom you voted in the last election, let those differences not define us or divide us at this moment. Let's agree, going forward, before we are anything else, we are Americans first. And if we truly believe that we are a country of immigrants and asylum seekers and refugees, and they are the very premise of our strength, of our success, and yes, our security, then let us free every single dreamer from any fear of deportation. Let's bring millions more out of the shadows and onto a path to contribute to their maximum potential to the success of this country. Let's not only follow this country's asylum laws, but let's make sure that we never take another child from another mother at their most desperate and vulnerable moment. For a fraction of the cost, we could invest in guaranteed, high-quality, universal health care for every single American. And we can ensure that universal means in a country that is losing too many people to diabetes, to the flu, to curable cancers in the year 2019, in a country where we are at the epicenter of a maternal mortality crisis 3 times as deadly for women of color. Universal health care means every single one of us sees a primary care provider. Universal health care means every one of us can get mental health care help. And universal health care means every woman makes her own decisions about her own body. There's a few things that we've got to do. 1, end the prohibition on marijuana. No one should be doing time. 2, for every one of our fellow Americans arrested for possession of a substance that is legal in more than half the states of the union, expunge their records. Make sure that they can move ahead in their lives. And then Houston, we're going to follow your lead. Let's end cash bail. Let's end for-profit prisons. And let us once and for all end the war on drugs. We're going to make sure that we meet every single one of our aspirations, not by half measure and not by half the country. It won't be Democrats versus Republicans, big cities versus small towns. At this very divided, highly polarized, hyper-partisan moment, what this country needs is for us to come together, whatever our differences, wherever you live, whoever you love, to whomever you pray, and for whoever you voted in the last election. That cannot define us. Let's agree. Let's agree that before we are anything else, we are Americans first. If we run this campaign in this way, we will be able to bring people, and just people, human beings, Americans, no corporations, no PACs, no special interests, together, not only to win the nomination, not only to defeat Donald Trump, as important as that is, but we will bring this country together to achieve every single one of our aspirations. We will no longer be known by our fear and by our divisions. Instead, we will distinguish ourselves by our aspirations, our ambitions, the resolve, the determination, the creativity, the service, and sacrifice that will allow us to accomplish them. Are you with me on this? Are you in for the fight?